6:02 is the time right now. There are new developments this morning in the back and forth regarding that so-called buyout for federal workers from the White House. After a brief pause, a federal judge ruled that the deferred resignation program can move forward. But for employees who waited to make a decision, this offer is no longer on the table. Marcella Robertson live outside OPM this morning to break down what happened here and the impact this has had on federal workers in our area. Good morning, Marcella.
Wisdom, good morning to you. Hours after a judge allowed this so-called buyout to proceed last night, OPM sent out a memo to federal workers saying that the offer to accept this deal, the deadline for that had since passed. Now, this morning we know, according to OPM, that 75,000 federal workers have accepted this deferred resignation and plan to move forward with that. I want to dig into the timeline of all of this a little bit more and talk about exactly how we got here. Reminder that on January 28th is when that initial email went out to more than 2 million federal employees offering this deferred resignation. That offer, again, basically resign now and get paid through September. We know there was a lot of pushback with this. Many lawmakers and unions urging workers not to take this deal, saying that there was no guarantee and there was no money allocated in the federal budget to follow through with this. Well, unions, they filed a lawsuit, and hours before the February 6th deadline, a judge paused this effort temporarily. A week later, the judge gave the green light for this buyout. That was around 5:30 p.m. yesterday. Then by about 7:45 p.m. last night, federal employees received another email saying that the program was closed. An OPM spokesperson says it is pleased with the ruling, and there was no longer any doubt that this is a valuable and legal option for federal employees. But important to note here, the judge's ruling did not actually touch on the actual legality of all of this. Take a listen.
What that judge ruled was that the labor union that brought the case didn't have standing. That doesn't mean, he said, full speed ahead for President Trump's agenda here in terms of trying to interfere with contracts and employment.
And that union who brought on this lawsuit, the American Federation of Government Employees, issued a statement last night. It says, in part, this ruling was a setback in the fight for dignity and fairness for public servants. Now, the union says it maintains this move is illegal to essentially force people to make such a huge decision about their careers in such a short period of time. And they say their lawyers are right now looking to see what their next steps are in this. So just the latest development in just so many twists and turns for federal workers here, really across the entire country, but certainly impacting a lot of people in our area. And we'll continue to keep you updated on how this develops. That's the latest here outside OPM this morning. Back to you.
All right, Marcella Robertson, thank you very much for the update.